Devil's Moon Knight is different from your atomic structures and your atomic images. It's rather looking like a model of a sculpture. What is it?
Well, it is a model of a sculpture in the sense that I made the sculpture on the computer to replicate a sculpture which exists, one piece called Forest Devil, and that's where the title came from. But what I was doing in that simply was to, again, place, make a landscape which is one that really couldn't exist. The textures on the floor or something, in the mountains in the background with those patterns. Again, it does what the computer does well, which is to create worlds of the imagination rather than real worlds.
But there are strings on it to hold things together, which you would actually not use.
I wouldn't need them,
Yeah.
but in order for me to feel comfortable with it, since I know what goes on with them, I had to make that accurate, at least. All structures need what the human body needs, pushing of the bones and pulling of the muscles, and so push and pull, tension and compression and tension are what my sculptures are about, and so I felt I had to have those things in there too.
There's one question left about your early efforts in somehow showing the structures of the atom. You did it without having the computer. You also tried to do it on a visual way. What did you do then?
Well, this began with some discoveries about magnets, what magnets can do on spheres. It's a relationship of actual structure with geometry once again. And so the first ones really, I have them here, we could maybe take a shot, were made of magnets on spherical surfaces. And then I tried to realize these images that I had in my mind in something that was convincing out of materials, plastic and whatever. And I have a few of those crude objects about too that I can show. But they weren't convincing, either to me nor to anybody else. You know, I knew before I made them that this is not going to replicate the picture in my mind, which is, as I said, jointless and weightless and sort of transparent and not connected by apparent material joints. It's all connected instead by electrical and magnetic and angular momentum forces and all those, which you can't just visualize, but that's why the computer has made those floating things possible, to make transparent spheres and all of that.
Yeah, I think, well, just one thing which came to my mind. I think you should insist getting your prize-winning money in banknotes, because on the biggest banknote in Austria, it's Erwin Schrödinger's image on it.
Oh, really? That's marvelous. Schrödinger is one of my heroes. Schrödinger, unlike Heisenberg, really believed that atoms were real objects, and that his wave equation was rather misinterpreted by Max Born. He felt there was more to say about the atom than his own equation. Now they don't believe so. So I'm all in favor of Schrödinger with the that's marvelous. I think it is kind of wonderful that a scientist is on a banknote in Austria. All we have is politicians.
Thank you very much.